Hope you're having a great Friday. I know it's almost a weekend and you're probably about a week out to that next holiday. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel on YouTube. More content coming there. Definitely like helping people as much as possible. It really helps out on the platform. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment, let me know you're there. Next, it is payday Friday. So many things happen when you get your paycheck, and it happens so quickly because now you're probably in some sort of routine. What are you doing with your paycheck? Well, I talk a little bit about have a plan, set goals, check into this for your credit report, look at refinancing, do look for this discount, find ways to get efficient with your money. But this is where you execute your paycheck. This is how you labored for a week, 2 weeks, however the case, what month, if you're a business owner, whatever the case may be, this is your paycheck. And this is an interesting paycheck because how do you know where you at with your money? Well, a good thing to say is, like I said, if you're overdrafting your account, you need to reset the clock at 30 days. If you're not paying your bills right now, you're now running behind when it comes to managing your money. So if you're paying all of July's bills right now, you're what's considered about 30 days ahead. And what does 30 days ahead mean? It means that all your bills are actually paid before you get into the month. That is better for your budget. That is better should you lose a job because before you have to pay anything, if you lost a job, you already have 30-day head start. And a lot can change in 30 days. You can get a plan, you can get a new job, you can get a side hustle going, you can get some income coming in. There's a lot of things you can do within 30 days. So having a proactive plan where you're 30 days ahead puts you in a stronger position. So that's first. I want you to look down at your budget. Look down at what you're about to do with this paycheck because a lot of you got paid today. Check and make sure, hey, what bills am I paying? Am I still paying stuff that's in June? Am I even paying stuff that's in May? What am I doing wrong? That's a good way for let's reassess, let's connect, let's get you on the right path so that you can get ahead. This is a simple strategy, simple way of managing your money that puts you in a better spot. Because then by the first paycheck in July, you should be saving, you should be enjoying a little bit more, you should be finishing off whatever last bills you have. Well, Jonathan, what if my first paycheck doesn't cover all my bills? You're right. At least the big ones, the rent, the utilities, all those things should be done in that first paycheck. Well, what if it doesn't happen with that? That would point to you may have an income problem, and we may need to look at ways to increase that. Either getting a promotion, taking your skills and putting in a different market that's going to compensate you a little bit more fairly or competitively. Getting a side hustle, open a business, cutting down on some things. Whatever the case may be, we have to get you to that point. And why? Because after you give and you pay those bills, then again, July, you pay yourself first. See how that works? You're paying yourself first. You always hear that. How do you pay yourself first? You make sure the first time you get paid in that month, you pay yourself. But you have to create a space where that works and it's strategic that if, again, the way you're managing your money is to hedge against risk until you get yourself in a more solid, stable position. So, next thing I want you to do, write down what are you actually getting ready to pay for. If it's not a bill, an absolute necessity, what are you actually about to spend your money on? If you're finding yourself, oh, I got to go out to eat, not just for leisure, just because, hey, I just don't have time. Well, we need to switch some things around in your budget so that you can make time to go to the store, pack your lunch, save some money so that you can put yourself in a stronger position. These are things you need to do in order to get yourself ahead. Next, what debts are you paying? Is it making sense for that? Are you maximizing that? Have you found that when you're dealing with this paycheck piece that this stuff runs a little bit tighter? Do you need to change some due dates on your debts? This is a great time to reassess that. The point of managing your money comes into the execution. Where are you spending it? And if at the end of this payday, and if at the end that you see you can work for 80 hours plus. Phew, excuse me. You work for 80 hours plus. You got your paycheck. Today's come and gone. By Saturday, all the check is gone. Then what? How do you get ahead in that scenario? And for so many people, that is the reality. Some is by choice, some is by income. But everyone has the opportunity to live a more fruitful lifestyle that gives them liberties and luxuries, whatever that luxury may be. Maybe it's just breathing room. And you should have that too. And I want you to have that. And I want you to be prosperous. But it is going to come down to what are you doing with this paycheck? What are you going to make out of this paycheck? And when you look at what you're paying, if you can really be honest and say, hey, outside the food, outside my clothes, outside my necessity for my car and my lot housing, everything else is a want and desire. And how much I spend on those wants and desires subtracts from my ability to put myself in a stronger position financially. Even people, if you're making six figures, you got all these wants and desires, but all it takes is one layoff. All it takes is one $400 or $500 bill to knock your world apart and bring it down, crumbling and shake it to where you don't know how things are going to make. That is not a stable place to live. So, this is why you got to be very, very specific with this paycheck and every paycheck going in. What do you want the end of the year to look like? What do you want the next few months to look like? Start with this paycheck now. Be diligent about this one. And then the next time you get paid, be diligent about that. And then the last thing I would leave you with is you don't have to get paid two times in a month. How can you find out and how can you create ways where you're getting paid multiple times in a month? The funny thing about money is we all live on that paycheck to paycheck cycle that can't wait for 2 weeks. Even if you already have money and you're in the emergency fund and you have some things, you still have a desire that you like getting paid. But there's something about if why a person who may work week by week is able to manage their money a little bit better than someone who gets paid every 2 weeks versus someone who gets paid every month. And the reason for that is that little hit every week. If you're able to get you an extra check going in, that helps you put you in a stronger position because you're definitely going to spend a little bit different. You're conserving a lot more when you're on 2 weeks. But when you can start to open up and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to pay this bill this way. Or, you know what? I'm going to start a side hustle. My side hustle, I'm going to ask that they pay me opposite of when I get paid. That's going to help you save a little bit better. That's going to help you get the little gas. That's going to help you create a scenario where you're like, you know what? Now I have more money coming in, but how can I maximize that money coming in? Now, I don't want you to overgo into conserve mode. And this isn't about you constantly just hoarding your cash and being some sort of a miser. What this is about is creating a comfortable position for you. It's not the money you make all the time. It's not how often you get paid. It's what you're doing with the money. And I would encourage you to do better with your money and you will have a better money life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Get ready for the weekend. I know the July 4th holiday is coming up, so fireworks and barbecue and family gatherings, it's all coming. So get your budget ready. Have fun this weekend. Stay safe. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.